I was there the day he fed 5,000 men, plus thousands more women and children. We were spread across the hills of Galilee, and every one of us ate until we couldn't take another bite. I held that bread in my own hands. I felt the warm, rough crust, tasted it, and felt my hunger vanish. It was a real, physical, undeniable reality. That was the moment I decided to follow him. Honestly, I didn't care about his teaching. I was interested in the utility of a man who could produce free food on demand. We saw a leader who could solve our most pressing problems. He offered free healthcare, endless food provisions, and the potential power to finally overthrow Rome. I viewed Jesus as a personal utility, a miraculous fix for my physical needs, and a shortcut to the comfortable life I wanted. The next morning, the crowd was energized. We tracked him across the Sea of Galilee, determined not to let a provider like this out of our sight. But when we found him, Jesus seemed irritated. He was entirely unimpressed by the crowd's enthusiasm or his own sudden popularity. He looked right at us and diagnosed our motives instantly. He told us we were seeking him only because we ate our fill of the loaves, completely missing the significance of the miracle itself. The rebuke was sharp. He saw right through the flattery to the selfish drive underneath, and he refused to be the kind of king we were trying to recruit. Instead of performing another miracle to keep us interested, Jesus pivoted. He began a teaching that sounded increasingly abstract and confusing. He claimed to be the bread of life, promising that anyone who came to him would never hunger or thirst again. The disconnect was jarring. I had just eaten actual physical bread he made with his hands, and now he was making this metaphysical claim about himself. Then he leaned into the offense. He told us that unless we ate his flesh and drank his blood, we would have no life in us. Jesus was making his message intentionally difficult. He saw our consumerist expectations and chose to challenge them rather than satisfy them. Murmuring broke out immediately. People were disgusted by the imagery and offended that this man claimed to have come down from heaven. The crowd began to fracture. Thousands of people who had been cheering for him the day before turned their backs and walked away, even those who had considered themselves his disciples. Part of me wanted to join them. I was disappointed that Jesus wouldn't be the earthly king I expected, and his words were hard to accept. We wanted miracles, an earthly throne, and physical bread. He offered mysteries, spiritual demands, and a promise of eternal life. He made no attempt to manage the fallout or protect his popularity. By refusing to water down the message, he forced everyone there to decide exactly what they were looking for. The shoreline went quiet. The thousands were gone, leaving only the 12 and a few of us stragglers standing in the wind. Jesus turned to his closest friends and asked the ultimate question, "Do you want to go away as well?" Peter's response was the only thing that made sense in that moment. He asked, "Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life." This moment revealed a clear distinction. Some follow for the provision, and others follow for the person. When the benefits changed, the first group left, but the second group had nowhere else to go. I chose to stay. I still had questions, and my life wasn't going to be easy, but I had realized that Jesus himself was the treasure I actually needed. That same question remains today. Why are you following Jesus? It is easy to treat him as a guru for self-improvement, a genie for our requests, or a mascot for social agendas. When he challenges your expectations and refuses to simply feed your earthly desires, will you walk away with the crowd, or will you stay for the bread of life?